Hello, we are live. This is Soundbooth Theater Live, and these are the cold reads of the Dungeon Crawler Carl Audio Immersion Tunnel Season 2. Yeah, this is just for Episode 1, by the way, so this is going to be a pretty short one. I wanted to do more today, but honestly, I wanted to do this 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to do that before, like a month ago. Yeah, this is kind of a stream that's not just me narrating a bit of Dungeon Crawler Carl, the new season of the full cast sound effects and music version, but it's also just to say hi, and kind of talk to you guys a bit. I'm going to be a little more interactive today than I usually would be while I'm narrating. Going to be watching the chat a little better, taking it kind of easy, showing you a little bit more of the process. What I did was I pulled up a scene from the first Dungeon Crawler Carl Audio Immersion Tunnel, and I just wanted to show you the chaos that the set looks like after we're finished making an audio drama. So I'm going to go ahead and share that to the screen. So this is, what is this? This is scene 1 of episode 8 of Dungeon Crawler Carl Audio Immersion Tunnel. And yeah, so what you're seeing here is just stacks and stacks of audio. Up here we have music. Down here we have sound effects and ambience. Right, this is all from the Dungeon Crawler World show. Here you can see Justin and oh man, I'm trying to remember his name. Apologies, I can't remember our Jegbarth's name right now, but this is Shrek and Jegbarth. This is Kevin, Mr. Ian M. Walker, who I'm sure is in the audience at this moment. MJW, I'm gonna guess is Ian. Let's see. Then we have the empty fast food restaurant, ambience, right? Over here we have so we have 2 layers of sound effects here because this is happening on the TV, right? This is happening in the show. So it's going to go through a different filter than the actual sound effects that are happening within the scene. So this is like the crawlers moving around and stuff. And then here's me as Carl and Donut. Here's the narration. Lots of stuff. So let's give it a little listen. Where's the studio display? Here we go.
Time to level collapse. 3 days, 14 hours. Views, 1.7 trillion. Followers, 439.9 billion. Favorites, 42.4 billion.
I don't understand why she killed her daughter.
We had been returned to the safe room where Donut immediately started opening the loot boxes from the earlier battle. She received 2 trap modules from her gold sapper's box.
Let's see what some of these sound effects are here.
Transported back to the room. I still clutched the shoebox in my hands. I sighed and put it all in my inventory. I pulled out my pedicure kit and started to work on my feet as Donut continued to talk, rapid fire. She'd been like this after the last interview, too. She got some sort of adrenaline rush from being on camera, even when the show was a disaster.
She had a pretty name, Yvette. I like that name. Did you see? She didn't want to kill people, but then her mom killed her. It's really sad, but I'm also kind of relieved, you know what I mean? Since her mom killed her, that means you didn't kill her. It would have been an accident, but still.
Aren't you tired? I was exhausted. I rubbed the bottom of my foot with a little stone thing. I could just feel the AI watching me. The recap show would air in a few hours, and I wanted to get some sleep before that. Afterward, we needed to head out. Donut plopped herself on my shoulder, settling in to sleep after I finished with my feet.
He was kind of a jerk, huh? The orc guy, I mean. But do you remember what he said? We broke the record.
Yes, Donut. I closed my eyes.
Carl,
What, Donut?
I heard what he said to you. About the ninth floor, I mean.
Don't let that idiot bother you.
No, not the orc. I mean Mordecai. When he told you that you should leave me when we get to that floor. I heard him.
Let's worry about getting to the third floor before we even think about something as far away as the ninth. We don't even know what the hell that is all about.
Okay.
She finally settled next to me, and she was asleep before I was.
All right, so I think right here, Carl is waking up. He's still in the bedroom area, right? Or whatever. I can't remember what they call the sleeping area. But Donut's already gone. She's in the room, the safe room, watching the show with everybody else. So you can kind of hear the show because he's in his room, but the door's closed. And so you'll hear as he gets up and as he gets out of the room, like we'll be able to hear the episode get louder as soon as he opens the door and keeps getting louder as he approaches everybody else.
Until that point, the input in and the person relying too heavily on their files. Also, apart from thinking that being in such a large group will help them navigate the dungeon and these bosses. I'm trying to make a point here, Shrek. Oh, it's taking you an awful long time to make it, Jag. Point is, they might have had a shot if they worked together to uncover the mucus morph's weakness. Some of our viewers may know from past crawls that those pipes in the boss room were the key to victory. Yeah, a missed opportunity for sure. Not much of a party left anymore. Just one guy.
On the other end of the spectrum, Lucia Ma continues to single-handedly prove she's a force to be reckoned with.
They haven't mentioned us, but they showed those guys from Africa. They moved north. They found a city boss. It was just a see-through blob the size of a house. It killed all of them. There was one guy on the outside of where they were locked in, and now he's all alone. Everyone died except him. They showed him sitting on the ground just crying for like a minute straight. The blob looked like it was made of jello. They couldn't figure out how to hurt it. I bet fire would have worked. They didn't have much room to run around, though. The boss room is a series of tubes, like a sewer system.
Note how their shield Grindle Vesper's venom attack about 2 inches from her head.
It's a useful tool, no doubt about it. But her counterattack was even better. She smashed that bug to pieces in one blow. I know we're still in the early levels of the dungeon, but she's definitely overpowered. Without question. She's got more advantages than a lot of other crawlers. And to Kevin's point, her being alone isn't hindering her progress. She's handled everything the dungeon has thrown at her so far. I just have to wonder how long her streak is going to last.
We've seen a large group get trashed by a city boss, bringing an end to their move on, and we've watched Lucia Ma bash and smash her way through the dungeon with ease. Now we're taking you back to the royal court of Princess Donuts and Team Meadowlark to see how their predicaments resolve.
And then
spoiler alert,
over to Donuts.
it went off with a bang! Several of them, in fact. These crawlers showed incredible ingenuity despite limited resources. Unlike their movement, who went into their city boss battle with essentially no preparation whatsoever, these two teams worked together to create an apparatus that launched bombs at the rage elemental pursuing them.
Note that despite its hodgepodge appearance, the device's construction is sound. It functioned almost exactly as its creators intended, launching these bombs at the rage elemental. The bombs staggered the rampaging monster, slowing it down just enough to keep the party out of harm's way.
Even so, it didn't look promising for the crawlers until they did something quite unexpected.
The dungeon explore, especially on these early floors. We see a lot of that. Some of our favorite crawlers this season are exploiting the hell out of the game so far. I won't even go into detail about Lucia Ma, but she's far from the only one taking advantage of these little blips in dungeon continuity.
I'd say this one was a pretty significant blip. By rights, everyone in both parties should be dead, shredded into ribbons, or reduced into a fine red mist by now. Instead, they're alive and well, but their trickery didn't do much more for them than keeping them alive.
Experience dinner.
Hey, that wasn't fair. We would have killed it if it hadn't dissolved.
Yeah, so that's that stuff. Let's see what this is.
The answer I hadn't given her.
Okay, so this is the
Hello, crawlers! Keep up the good
the
work.
music
Everything is
under,
running smoothly.
cascading.
Now that we've reached the
So we
halfway
use-
point of the
we
level,
make sure that
game
the
guides
music
are
is
now
coming out of the
available
same
to
speaker
instruct
that
you
the
upon
voice
some
is.
of the intricacies regarding the third floor and how the race and class selection process works. Be sure to visit your game.
Let's see.
Admin notice. A new tab is available in your interface.
I blinked. That was unexpected. I opened up my interface. And indeed,
Here's okay.
there was-
So here's a scene with Zev, so we can see how that's done.
Your immediate execution.
ah, shit. Mukta's coming. Water splashed over my feet, and a familiar armored Kuatin appeared. My interface snapped off.
Zev, where were you? I was worried.
Hello, Carl. Hello, Princess Donut. I'm here for your show debriefing.
Are you okay?
Yes, thank
So
you.
you can see up
I was
here
censured by
all
the system
the,
AI. I was given a
different
suspension
sound
because the
effects we
system
use for
determined
her
that I had
just
cheated by warning you of the rage
being in
elemental
her
before it
bubble
appeared.
thing.
My representative appealed the decision on my behalf, and upon further review, it was determined that you'd noticed the man urinating simultaneously with my exclamation, so the censure was removed from my record. But even though my record is technically clean, it's not really.
So
Once the AI
if
notices
you
you,
guys heard
it's
that,
difficult for my record. But
the
even though my
bubble that
record is
pops up
technically
when she
clean,
sighs.
it's not really. Once the AI notices you,
Gosh,
it's
I love-
difficult
I
to get
love
it to
the attention to
unnotice
detail
you,
that
so
our sound
I
effects
have
crew
to be
gets into.
extra careful from now on.
Are we in trouble? That orc guy was really mean to Carl.
No, it was improper for you to attempt to disengage from the interview, but the Borant Corporation wishes to commend you for showing proper respect to the organization. They're actually
See.
quite pleased with you right now.
Pretty sure it's using the Universal Audio.
Tremendous. Really?
Yeah, it's using Studio
Proper
Display.
respect.
Good
The
call.
thought of giving respect to anything
How's this?
Lawrence did made me sick. Anyone who mistook fear for respect was a fool.
How's that? Is that better?
Politics regarding all of this is too complicated to even begin to explain. However, that particular production, while technically private,
Good.
is owned and operated by a prince of a faction that is allied with another faction that is at odds with the Borant system. Oh, it would make your head spin if I were to explain it to you.
If you don't like those guys, then why did you let them interview?
Yeah. So just giving you a little insight into what's happening. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to completely delete everything. Don't worry, this is a completely safe set. You know, there's a database that we have all of our stuff saved in. This is just a copy. And I'm going to create a new set. AIT, we're going to name it Season 2, Episode 1, Scene 1. And that's it. Ah, you just got your vinyl today. I want to hear more from people who have listened to it and who have something to say about the music itself. So today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be narrating. Just the narration, maybe some of Carl and Donut's back and forth if there's no other characters in the scene. Okay, so actually scene 1, there's no Carl. Not going to tell you any more about that. But here's the actual, that's like a prologue scene, a new scene that no one has heard before. So we're actually going to call this one, yeah, we'll leave this scene 1. Let's see. We have Carl, Donut, Mordecai, AI, Crazy. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do this entire scene. Looks like I'm the only one in this scene that's got any specific lines. It's just the opening. And you know what? I'll go ahead and switch to this vision, and we'll go for a different screen. I'll show you the script. What happened there? There we go. Just so you guys can see what the actual scripts look like. Let's go ahead and go to the top of this one. So you'll have to excuse me a little bit, guys. I am kind of sick. I have a little bit of con crud from Dragon Con. So like I said, I'm taking my time. All right. Let's make sure we got all of our keys set. We got AI. Good. Thought. Good. We have Dude 1. Donut. Do we have Dude 2? We don't have Dude 2. Let's switch that to green. Hotkey it. That'll be Mordecai. Okay, I think we're good. So what I'm going to be doing is just leaving space. Whenever I find anything that's not me, I'm just going to leave a ton of space, way more space than is needed, so that whoever the actor is gets to work on it and just have freedom. So everything starts off with the, so if you don't know, we've cast Justin Thomas James as the calm AI, the AI that's like less crazy. He says, "Welcome, crawler, to the 3rd floor." And so then we just start off with Carl right after that. We teleported straight from the green room to a long, golden hallway reminiscent of the first hallway we entered. Shit first take. Yes, sir. Let's try that again. We teleported straight from the green room to a long, golden hallway reminiscent of the first hallway we entered. That's better. We teleported straight from the green room to a long, golden hallway reminiscent of the first hallway we entered. What do I need to do here? What do I need to change? It's not quite right, is it? And when I say it's not quite right, what I want is what I really want is the perfect reintroduction to Carl in this new scene. That sounded okay. I think we can mess with the tempo just a little bit more and add a little more gravitas here. Without doing it, cheesy, without like purposefully grand entrance, like almost like, okay, Carl's had this rest. Let's hear in what way he's refreshed. We teleported straight from the green room to a long, golden hallway, reminiscent of the first hallway we entered. There we go. I think that's better. We teleported straight from the green room
to a long, golden hallway, reminiscent of the first hallway we entered.
I'm going to try one more time.
We teleported straight from the green room to a long, golden hallway, reminiscent of the first hallway we entered.
There we go. Not quite as tired.
We teleported straight from the green room to a long, golden hallway, reminiscent of the first hallway we entered.
Yeah. Not too much drama, but like, this is the first time we're hearing Carl's voice. Remember, there's another scene before this that you guys, you don't get to see.
Carl, look! We're outside! Carl, look! We're outside! Carl, look! We're outside!
There we go. Not like they haven't. I don't think have they been underground long enough for them to like be starving for sunshine yet. I don't know, maybe, but I don't think so. I think she's more like, how could we possibly be outside? This makes no sense.
Sure enough, a dark sky rose above us, dotted with stars. A colorful nebula, reminiscent of the background image on Audette's stage, covered the sky. The air still felt stale. I pulled my slingshot, aimed it at the stars, and I fired. Sure enough, the rock bounced off the ceiling, about 25 feet up.
I'm going to start again. All right. As you can see, there's a grunt of effort here. So all this stuff is marked, right? You can even see here, there's like direction for Donut's voice looking up into the air, right? Like all this stuff is here to help us as actors get more into the scene.
Sure enough.
I think you should sound less. Okay, let's try this one more time.
Sure enough, a dark sky rose above us, dotted with stars. A colorful nebula, reminiscent of the background image on Audette's stage, covered the sky. A colorful nebula, reminiscent of the background image on Audette's stage, covered the sky. The air still felt stale. I pulled my slingshot, aimed it at the stars, and I fired.
So let's do that.
I pulled my slingshot, aimed it at the stars, and I fired.
Right, I'm going to go ahead and let's get rid of that. Actually, I didn't need to do that. Let's go back here.
I pulled my slip.
There we go. So now
I pulled my slingshot, aimed it at the stars, and I fired.
So that's gonna help the sound effects guy line up the sound effects with the actual stretching and stuff and the pulling it out of the inventory.
Sure enough, the rock bounced off the ceiling, about 25 feet up. It's an illusion. It's like that mall in Las Vegas. They make it look like you're outside, but you're really not.
Well, that's disappointing.
Really not.
Well,
Really not.
well, that's disappointing.
The walls and the ground were made of golden-colored bricks. A plush, red carpet led to a familiar door at the end of the hallway. As we approached, the door opened on its own. A tall figure stepped out, and all three of us stopped. A well-built, young, and disgustingly handsome man wearing a tuxedo waited for us. His skin was a dusky gray, and he had a short pair of devil horns jutting from his forehead. The man stood about my height, and he had long gray and black hair that was held back in a ponytail. A barbed tail poked from the rear of his tuxedo. A pair of black, bat-like wings sat folded tightly against his back. Hello, Mordecai. Jesus, dude. Looking good.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't kick you out of bed for eating crackers.
Oh, we need a Mongo track. I forgot. Mongo! Come here! Let's make Mongo orange. What is this? That is a nothing track. Okay, so the direction is screech in quiet awe. And he's very tiny at this point. Oh no, why? Why was there a fucking metronome on? That wasn't quite what I wanted. I got it perfect the first time with the stupid fucking... not quite. I think this one is best. Yeah, it's this first one.
To kick you out of bed for eating crackers.
Mordecai! Incubus, level 50, guild master of this guild hall. This is a non-combatant NPC. Also known as the Giga Chad of the Overcity, incubi are the male counterparts of the infamous succubus. The smooth, seductive, and ultimately deadly incubus can be identified by his stunning looks. The smooth, seductive, and ultimately deadly incubus can be identified by his stunning good looks, exquisite charm, and sensuous feet. They can only be found on the urban levels of the dungeon. They give new meaning to the phrase, hit it and quit it. Let's give that one more time. They give new meaning to the phrase, hit it and quit it. They give new meaning to the phrase, hit it and quit it. There we go. So this is, remember, we're still not completely converted to the smarmy, smirky, you know, like the higher pitched used car salesman AI. He still fluxes back and forth between like game show AI and that one at this point. It started off all game show. Oh, and sensuous feet, right. Stunning good looks, exquisite charm, and sensuous feet. They can only be found on the Let's mess with that one a little bit too. Male counterparts of the infamous succubus.
male counterparts of the infamous succubus. The smooth, seductive, and ultimately deadly incubus can be identified by his stunning good looks, exquisite charm, and sensuous feet. There we go. Let's try to do that. Exquisite charm and sensuous feet. They give new meaning to all right, let's give a note to my SFX guys. Quit it. Princess Donut, Carl, little Mongo, welcome to the 3rd floor. The training levels have concluded. Now the games may truly begin. Please, come inside. Deeper voice than usual. Okay, let's try that again. Princess Donut, Carl, little Mongo, welcome to the 3rd floor. The training levels have concluded. Now the games may truly begin. Please come inside. Princess Donut, Carl, little Mongo, welcome to the 3rd floor. The training levels have concluded. Now the games may truly begin. Please come inside. Training levels? For fuck's sake, you call those training levels? Okay, so Carl Donut walk, door creaks and latches behind them. Okay, so what we need is a little space here. Inside. What happens is right here. Training levels. So the door should be shutting right here. They're like, so I guess Mordecai, that little part was his performative thing where he introduces basically Carl and Donut to everybody else, right? To the world. And then they're going to walk for a while. And I think what we want is for the environment to settle in a little bit as they this is all just going to be walking, footsteps, hearing the environment, and then the door closing. So now what we want is for when the door closes, for them to feel like, oh shit, now we have privacy, now we can be for real with each other. So let's like make sure to bring that emotion forward when Carl starts up here. Training levels? For fuck's sake. You call those training levels? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. All right, so, and this is Mordecai pulling off his formal wear because he hates wearing a suit. He ripped the jacket off and pulled off the tie, unbuttoning the top 3 buttons. The jacket was odd, with a pair of long slits along the back to accommodate his wings. I thought you two were never going to show up. I've been in this thing for 3 hours waiting for you. I hate formal wear. I've been in this thing for 3 hours waiting for you. I hate formal wear. Hours waiting for you. I hate formal wear. The interview ran long. I take it the general public can't watch this part? Nope. They'll watch you go in, and they'll watch you come out, but they don't get to see what's going on inside. It's like a jury room. His room was exactly the same as it had always been, but he'd cleaned up His room was exactly the same as it had always been, but he'd cleaned up. His room was exactly the same as it had always been, but he'd cleaned up even further. A pair of beds had magically appeared since the last time we'd been in here. Those are for the transformation, if required. Remember what happened with Donut when she took the enhanced pet biscuit? So you'll see there's a little direction here. So what this means, you see the orange kind of highlight going on with Carl here. This is him gulping and swallowing. And we do that during the narration so that you can act like you can see, okay, he's making some sounds underneath the narration. I swallowed, remembering the weird, gooey blob thing she'd transformed into before. So we'll do this. Swallowed, remembering the weird, gooey blob thing she'd transformed into before. So, have you decided who wants to go first? I suggest Princess.
Me! Let's get this rolling.
Me!
Let's get this rolling.
Okay. Carl, take a seat.
It's rolling.
Okay. Carl, take a seat. So he sits in a chair. Mongo, squeak of concern.
Mommy will be okay. You hang out with Uncle Carl for a few minutes while I get some work done. Behave yourself. Mommy will be okay. You hang out with Uncle Carl for a few minutes while I get some work done. Behave yourself.
There we go. That's a little better.
Mommy will be okay. You hang out with Uncle Carl for a few minutes while I get some work done. Behave yourself.
Yeah, you know, guys, I've been eager to get started on this as well. And the thing is, things have been happening so fast, and so I don't know. We've been doing promo stuff. We did LitRPG Con. We're just overloaded with stuff to do, and this is totally my fault. You know, I always want us to do more and more things, and I don't always think about the consequences on myself and what it means to the other projects that I have going on. And you know, I guess that's in one way our strength, right? Because I kind of just blindly go and go and go, and maybe we wouldn't have gotten as far as we have. I didn't have that attitude. But at the same time, it can get us in trouble. Like now, you know, I wish that we could be releasing Dungeon Crawler Carl right now. You know, we sort of have had that time to do that, sort of, if it weren't for everything else that was going on. And so, you know, I want this to go smoothly. We're still aiming for December to release episode 1. And so watch out for notifications about this stuff. I think we're still going to be able to do that, but be sure to subscribe to the newsletter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to every, you know, place where you might be able to get information about this stuff. Because things change, right? They've been changing all year. But like now this is concrete, right? I'm starting this stream. I started narrating episode 1, scene 1 here, and we're gonna get this done. I think December is still realistic. So thank you guys for all your patience, first of all. Second of all, thank you for picking up the first Audio Immersion Tunnel. It's like our biggest passion. You know, Dungeon Crawler Carl isn't just our most successful project. It is our biggest passion here at Soundbooth Theater. And so for us to get started on this and get back in the saddle with Carl is a real privilege. And it makes me feel really happy to get back into it. especially since books 2 and 3 are like a couple of my favorite out of the series.
Behave yourself.
The baby velociraptor jumped up and settled into my lap. I suddenly felt uncomfortable having that many teeth so close to my crotch. If he bit me now, I didn't know what would happen. I suspected he wouldn't teleport away. Instead, he'd get frozen like Frank and Maggie had that one time. Hopefully, I wouldn't find out. Mordecai waved his hand, and a screen appeared floating in the air, like we were on Audette's show.
All right, so right here it says Carl gives a slight gasp as Mongo what? Chomps.
Behave yourself.
The baby velociraptor jumped up and...
All right, so let's do this. That's him jumping up. There we go. All right, and let's hear what's...
I suddenly felt uncomfortable having that...
Okay.
my lap. I suddenly felt uncomfortable having that many teeth so close to my crotch. If he bit me now, I didn't know what would happen. I suspected he wouldn't teleport away. Instead, he'd get frozen like Frank and Maggie had that one time. Hopefully, I wouldn't find out. Mordecai waved his hand and
I have considered renting a baby dinosaur. Unfortunately, baby dinosaurs are famously bad actors, so it'd probably just be more of a hassle.
on Audette's show.
Okay, your current race is cat. This is a list of all the available races you may choose. It looks like all you may choose. It looks like you've been given 320 different choices. It is in alphabetical order, and you may click on any of them to drill down to a very specific set of details. Also, the system AI has narrowed it down to a set of 3 recommendations. We will spend the next hour or so going over those choices, and then I will... I choose cat. Next. I choose cat. Next.
Donut. There are a few choices on here where you'll actually look mostly...
Cat, final answer. Cat. Oh. Cat, final answer. Let's move on. Cat, final answer. Let's move on. Cat, final answer. Let's move on. Next.
Donut. There are a few choices on here where you'll actually look mostly...
Cat, final answer. Let's move on.
Mordecai looked at me. I shrugged. She'd made it clear from the start that she wasn't going to change. I was just happy she'd dropped the idea of me turning into a cat also.
Okay then. A message will pop up, and you have to confirm your choice by clicking on it.
Wait. It's not going to, change her back to the way she was before, is it?
Too late. Too late. I clicked it. Is it? Too late. I clicked it. I feel the same. Is it? Too late. I clicked it. I feel the same.
No, but it is important to ask questions like that. I made it, so she actually chose to not make a choice. Nothing will change, but she will now have to access a few racial benefits she didn't have before. Nope. Nothing will change. Nothing will change, but she will now have access to a few racial benefits she didn't have before. Nothing will change, but she will now have access to a few racial benefits she didn't have before.
Benefits? What are they?
For
Benefits? What are they?
Well, I don't know, Princess Donut. We never got to examine the cat choice in the menu. You'll be able to see when we're done, and you wouldn't have changed yet anyway. The change doesn't happen until the end of the process.
What are they?
Well, I don't know, Princess Donut. We never got to examine the cat choice in the menu. You'll be able to see when we're done. Okay, Donut. We need to think carefully about this next choice. Let's see what the AI suggests, okay?
Let's do this. Show me anything with the word princess or queen in the title. Let's do this. Show me anything with the word princess or queen in the title.
Okay, moving on. All right, need some Mongo snoring. All right, let's go ahead and silence that for now. A list of items appeared on the screen, though the list of items appeared on the screen, though the list appeared to be much shorter than the last one. Mordecai's eyes flashed as he quickly looked over the selections. Mordecai's eyes flashed as he quickly looked over the selections. Mordecai's eyes flashed as he quickly looked over the selections. Okay. Okay, Princess Donut. It looks as if you've been given 34 class choices. Let's try one more time. Okay, Princess Donut. It looks as if you've been given 34 class choices. That's a pretty short list. In fact, it's the shortest I've ever seen. But I think that's a combination of your racial choice and a result of your stats. Your base constitution is still 2. Is still 2. No, actually it's 4 now, thanks to your racial choice of cat. Oh, I see now. It's actually a combination of 4 things. You both also have that Desperado pass, which precludes several of the classes right off the bat. And Donut has that tiara on her head, which narrows it even further. But that's all right. There are still a few great choices on there.
So, what's good? Oh, that one sounds cool. It sounds menacing, yet... So, what's good? Oh, that one sounds cool. It sounds menacing, yet mysterious and fun. I pick that one. So, what's good? Oh, that one sounds cool. It sounds menacing, yet mysterious and fun. I pick that one.
There we go. Like that.
So, what's good? Oh, that one sounds cool. It sounds menacing, yet mysterious and fun. I pick that one.
There.
So, what's good? One.
Wait. Wait. Wait.
One.
Wait. Do not pick anything yet until we've looked at it. Do not pick anything yet until we've looked it over carefully.
What about this one? Necrobard.
Hey, Lazy. Thanks for coming.
I pick that one.
Wait. Do not pick anything yet until we've looked it over carefully.
What about this one? Necrobard.
She's going to talk over him because she's not listening at all.
Carefully. What?
That's actually not a bad choice. It's one of 3 recommendations. It's one of the 3 recommendations. That's actually not a bad choice. It's one of the 3 recommendations. I looked over the list. The only base classes available to her were Bard, Magic User, and Barbarian. Each of the base classes had a few additional items under them, including Necromancer, Wind Mage, and Warlock. The Necrobard subclass was listed under both Bard and Necromancer. There was also an Earth class heading, and the majority of the available items were listed under there. Included on that list were several interesting items, including Feral Cat Berserker, Animal Test Subject, and Roller Derby Jammer. I looked at the list of the 3 AI-picked recommendations. They were Artist Alley Mogul, Necrobard, and Former Child Actor. I said a silent thank you to the game gods that they hadn't... Sorry, guys. Got to do a lot of fluids. Keeping myself hydrated, actually. I need to do some Alka-Seltzer plus cold soon. I said a silent thank you to the game gods that they hadn't named the roller derby one Derby Queen. She probably would have insisted upon picking it without reading anything. We discussed this, and we had a loose plan based on Audette's advice. But Donut was also prone to go off the rails from time to time. But Donut was also prone to go off the rails from time to time. Donut, click on each of the 3 recommendations so we can see the information.
I'm telling you right now, I'm absolutely not choosing this one.
Artist Alley Mogul. This charisma and intelligence... This charisma and intelligence-based class is the modern-day merchant. Using your superior artistic talent to entertain and entice fellow nerds, the artist Ali Mogul travels the world to sell her copyright-infringing wares. While not particularly menacing physically, this plucky merchant is extremely difficult to hurt. Members of this class receive the While not particularly menacing physically, this plucky merchant is extremely difficult to hurt. Members of this class receive the following benefits: +5 dexterity, instant access to the level 5 shield spell, a 25% discount to all stores, plus a 15% bonus to money earned from sales. 10% interest earned on all coins upon 10% interest earned on all coins upon descent to the next level. Level 5 Pathfinder skill. Access to enhanced dodge, which allows the dodge skill to train to level 20. Level 5 dodge skill. Already obtained. Additional Level 5 dodge skill. Already obtained. Additional subclasses become available on the 6th floor. This is an Earth class. As an incentive to choose an Earth class, you will receive a silver Earth box upon choosing this class. All right, let's see. Artist Ali Mogul. This charisma and intelligence-based class is the modern-day merchant. Using your superior artistic talent to entertain and entice fellow nerds, the artist Ali Mogul travels the world to sell her copyright-infringing wares. While not particularly menacing physically, this plucky merchant is extremely difficult to hurt. Members of this class receive the following benefits: +5 dexterity, instant access to the level 5 shield spell, a 25% discount to all stores, plus a 15% bonus to money earned from sales. 10% interest earned on all coins upon descent to the next level. Level 5 Pathfinder skill. Access to enhanced dodge, which allows the dodge skill to train to level 20. Level 5 dodge skill. Already obtained. Additional subclasses become available on the 6th floor. This is an Earth class. As an incentive to choose an Earth class, you will receive a silver Earth box upon choosing this class. All right. About to do some drugs on stream. Come on, fizz out, fizz out. Make sure Bezos isn't watching. Bezos has no jurisdiction on YouTube. That incentive is a little weak compared to what they usually do. It's usually a gold box and a couple stat points. Not surprised. My eyes immediately focused on that Pathfinder skill. Audette had said I needed to find something with that skill. Audette had said I needed to find something with that skill. But we were looking for something else, too. Audette had said I needed to find something with that skill, but we were looking for something else, too. Still, this is a very good choice for her. If she can get dodge over level 15, she will be almost impossible to hit, and a 25% discount at stores is great, too. That'll be on the top. That'll be on top of the bonus she already gets from her charisma. Stuff will be half price for her, and that's a huge deal. But most importantly, you'd have to access the Pathfinder skill. But most importantly, you'd have access to the Pathfinder skill. It'll make finding stairwells, shops, and guilds much easier. Deal. But most important...
No. Artist alley? Really? Aren't those the nerds that like Star Wars and draw pictures of cats dressed? Really? Aren't those the nerds that like Star Wars and draw pictures of cats dressed like the guys from A-Team and stuff? Ugh. No. Artist alley? Really? Aren't those the nerd? Aren't those the nerds that like Star Wars and draw pictures of cats dressed like the guys from A-Team and stuff?
It's a good choice. Let's look at the other two. It's a good choice. Let's look at the other two. It's a good choice. Let's look at the other two.
Necrobard!
Nope. Necrobard! This unusual class combines one of the most loved... Necrobard! This unusual class combines one of the most loved occupations with one of the most reviled. Necromancers specialize in magic related to raising the dead. Bards must choose an entertainment-based skill. Depending on this choice, whether it be singing, the kazoo, or storytelling, the resulting crawler will use his skill to either entertain... Depending on this choice, whether it be singing, the kazoo, or storytelling, the resulting crawler will use this skill to either entertain, protect, or glamour both the living and the dead. The Necrobard receives the following benefits. Instant access to a level 5 entertainment-based skill of their choice. Access to all membership-based clubs, regardless of current memberships. Free rooms at all safe rooms. A 10% mana cost penalty on all non-necromancer or bard spells. Instant access to the level 3 Turn Undead spell. Instant access to the level 3 Panty Dropper spell. +5 to Constitution, Charisma, and Intelligence. -2 Strength. Additional benefits depending on entertainment-based skill choice. So help me God. I will abandon you right here and right now if you choose to take up the kazoo. So help me God. I will abandon you right here and right now if you choose to take up the kazoo.
I could play an instrument. I could be a singer.
We want to keep viewers, remember?
I could play an instrument. I could be a singer.
We want to keep viewers, remember? What this description doesn't say is that a lot of the necromancer spells will be cast with her instrument, and that means she won't have to use spell points to cast them. That's pretty huge. Plus, each instrument has a long list of additional benefits. This is a solid choice if you end up picking a DPS class, something that does a lot of damage. She'll have a wide range of both protection and other support skills.
Carl, look! I have an entertainment skills submenu. I can get a harmonica. Bongos! They have bongos, Carl. Harmonica. Bongos! They have bongos, Carl.
Harmonica. How would that even work? You don't have thumbs.
You don't need thumbs for the harmonica, Carl. Not if I get one of those neck thingies. You don't need thumbs for the harmonica, Carl. Not if I get one of those neck thingies. Carl.
Harmonica. How would that even work? I had a quick vision of tiny Zev attempting to strangle me after I allowed Donut to take up a ridiculous instrument. Please, let's just look at the third choice. Please, let's just look at the third choice. Former child actor. This rare subclass is an offshoot of the character actor class. It can only be obtained by crawlers who have... This rare subclass is an offshoot of the character actor class. It can only be obtained by crawlers who have both received the Cut achievement and have obtained at least 1 trillion views. Once a spoiled brat superstar, then addicted to drugs, you have crawled back from the brink stronger than ever. You are ready for your comeback. This charisma and chance-based class could go either way. You'll either rise to the top, or you'll be dead in a ditch in a week. This unique Earth class is based on the Bard, Rogue, Jack of all trades. This unique Earth class is based on the Bard/Rogue Jack of all trades subclass, but with a few distinctive This unique Earth class is based on the Bard/Rogue Jack of all trades subclass, but with a few distinctive differences. In addition to the following benefits, the most distinct aspect of this multifaceted class is the level 3 character actor skill. This skill increases in level only upon descent. This skill increases in level only upon descent into the next floor. Additional benefits: immunity to all poisons and diseases. Level 5 cockroach skill. Plus 10 to charisma. Plus 15% faster growth in all charisma-based skills. The manager benefit. This is an Earth class. The manager benefit. This is an Earth class. As an incentive to choose an Earth class, you will receive a silver Earth box. As an incentive to choose an Earth class, you will receive a silver Earth box upon choosing this class. Donut's eyes grew huge. Donut's eyes grew huge upon reading this one. What the hell is the character actor skill? Or the cockroach skill? And what was the Cut achievement? I don't remember that one.
I got it for being a good actress when we tricked the goblin shamonkas.
Okay, but it doesn't explain what the character actor part means. I don't remember that one.
I got it for being a good actress when we tricked the goblin shamonkas.
Okay, but it doesn't explain what the... Mordecai's lip curled in displeasure. On that incubus face of his, it looked downright menacing. Mordecai?
What? Character actor.
It's a bit complicated. Basically, every floor, Donut has to pick a specialty. It's a bit complicated. Basically, every floor, Donut has to pick a specialty. Character actor. It's a bit complicated. Basically, every floor, Donut has to pick specialty. Specialty? And she can basically pick a new class for each floor. Each floor from now on will have a theme, so it would be somewhat useful. If it's a floor filled with ice monsters, she can pick a fire class, and so forth.
but it's also a chance-based skill, so if she chooses it, and then she chooses a fire mage, the system AI basically rolls the dice and decides how many fire mage spells and skills to give to her. And as soon as she's done with the floor, she loses the skills and starts over. Each higher level of the character actor skill, however, gives better skills. It makes it so she is pretty weak for the early levels, but once you get higher, it can be quite powerful depending on her class choices.
I don't think I like that. It leaves too much to chance. What about her existing skills, like magic missile and the like? I don't think I like that. It leaves too much to chance. I don't think I like that. It leaves too much to chance. What about her existing skills, like magic missile and the like?
Those are untouched, but if she chooses a class that has a penalty for those skills or spells, they will apply. For example, if she chooses a necromancer specialty, that magic missile spell will cost 10% more to cast, but just for the length of that floor. Or if she chooses warlock, her constitution will go down 1 point for the length of that floor.
I like that she would be immune to poison and diseases. What's the cockroach skill?
Basically, it gives a chance to survive a fatal attack. At level 5, she's guaranteed 1 free lethal hit a fight, though she'd be near death afterward. At level 10, your health doesn't go down at all after the first fatal strike. The problem is, the only way to train that skill is by using it, or with potions, or a training guild if you can find one, but that can get expensive.
I like it. If I pick it, then I can just choose Necrobard as my specialty every floor, but pick a different instrument every time. Wouldn't that be neat? It's the best of both worlds. I like it. If I pick it... I like it. If I pick it, then I can just choose Necrobard as my specialty every floor, but pick a different instrument every time. Wouldn't that be neat? It's the best of both worlds.
Not necessarily, Donut. If you get a bad roll from the AI, you might get stuck with underpowered skills and spells until the next floor. Oh no, that's Carl.
Not necessarily, Donut. If you get a bad roll from the AI, you might get stuck with underpowered skills and spells until the next floor.
Exactly.
Let's spend some time looking at the other choices. But of the three, I think... But of the three, I think I like the Artist Alley one the best. But of the three, I think I like the Artist Alley one the best. The other choices. But of the three, I think I like the choices. But of the three, I think I like the artist.
I agree. I think the Necrobard might be better, but you're right, Carl. It's a dangerous choice for your social numbers.
We spent some time going over the other choices, carefully looking at all the abilities. The feral cat berserker was basically a barbarian that had ended up getting her killed immediately thanks to her low health, and the animal test subject was a mage that specialized in using poison. It also caused the crawler to glow green. Warlock was a solid choice in terms of skills, but it caused her to lose 1 point of constitution, which would make her just too fragile. The others used mostly melee-based attacks and weren't really suitable. Donut, I know you're not excited about it, but I really think you should go with the Artist Alley Mogul class. It's not perfect, but it's the most well-rounded. Donut. Really suitable. Donut, I know you're not excited about it. Not be suitable. Donut, I know you're not excited about it. It's well-rounded.
Okay.
It's well-rounded.
Okay.
I exchanged a look with Mordecai to see if he was buying it. He appeared skeptical. Really?
Oh, we got to do what's best for the team, right? We got to do what's best for the team, right? You want me to be a nerd? I'll be a nerd.
Donut.
Carl, are you sure about this? He's going to be really mad.
Carl. Do it.
Okay, then. The menu is going to pop up now, and you have to scroll down and choose it.
Donut glowed for a moment. A moment later, she glowed again.
Done. I am now a stupid artist alley mogul. Alley mogul.
God damn it, Donut! God fucking damn it!
Alley mogul.
God damn it, Donut! God,
Artist alley mogul.
God,
Artist alley mogul.
God damn!
Mogul.
Wait.
God damn!
Alley mogul.
Wait.
God. Wait. God damn it, Donut! God fucking damn it!
And scene. And scene.
Hey, James Osiris Baldwin is here. He is one of the people that helped put this into audio drama format. JD does dev. I can't stop you from doing any of that. Thanks for asking permission, though.
Whoa.
And scene.
Whoa. Whoa. What's happening? Whoa. Whoa. What's happening?
Mordecai, dear, that's Carl's line. You should pick something else. Carl, he's upset because I chose the former child actor class. I was acting, isn't it great?
That's not acting, it's called lying. That's not acting, it's called lying.
It wasn't a lie, not technically. I picked the artist alley mogul. It wasn't a lie, not technically. I picked the artist alley mogul as my third floor specialty. It's basically the same thing anyway, so I don't see why he's so upset. It said I received all the benefits except the 25% discount. Or the shield spell. Or that Pathfinder. It said I received all the benefits except the 25% discount. It said I received all the benefits except the 25% discount. Or the shield spell. Or that Pathfinder skill. So I don't see why he's so upset. It said I received all the benefits except the 20%. It said I received all the benefits except the 25% discount. Or the shield spell. Or that Pathfinder skill.
That's like all of the usable benefits, Donut.
That's like all of the.
That's like all of the usable benefits, Donut. All right. At least your charisma is now higher, and you have that cockroach skill.
And I'm now immune. And I'm immune to poison and disease.
Yeah. And you've received the manager benefit. Yeah. And you've received the manager benefit.
Oh, yeah. What is that? I already knew exactly what the manager benefit was. Audette had explained it in detail.
That's me. I'm the manager. From now on, for the remainder of your time in this godforsaken place, I will instantly teleport to any safe room you are in.
Yay!
No, not yay. I was supposed to transfer to a magic guild after this floor. I like running the magic guild. My room gets bigger, and I have access to my potions and more spells. Now, every time you sleep or eat or stop to brush your teeth, I'll be forced to spend my time with you. Away from my room and my clothes and food. Oh, gods. And I've lost my tunnel access. No more television. No more access to the information codex. And since I can no longer watch you stumbling around the dungeon, I will have no warning for when I'm to be teleported away. And if you buy personal space, you away from my room and my clothes and food. Oh, gods. And I've lost my tunnel access. No more television, no more access to the information codex, and since I can no longer watch you stumbling around the dungeon, I will have no warning for when I'd be teleported away. And if you buy personal space...
Yeah, that wasn't cool, Donut.
Yeah, that wasn't cool, Donut.
Donut.
I told you he'd be mad. I don't like people mad. I told you he'd be mad. I don't like people mad at me, Carl.
Carl. Yeah, he's pissed. Sorry about that.
Okay. Bit of a... All right, so here we have our first line from Tiana, who plays Audette. Hey, Jared, how's it going? All right, so... so that's dialogue between me and Tiana. So I'm just going to give that some space to work on. Back at it here. That's just a flashback of what Audette was saying to him before the beginning of the next floor, the third floor. Time is it now? It's 1:30. Okay.
I did indeed see the benefit in it. So we decided to take Audette's advice. I didn't like lying or tricking Mordecai. He was as close to a friend as I could get to an alien, and I knew this could irreparably harm that trust and friendship if he ever found out. Furthermore, I didn't trust Audette. We now owed her, and she potentially held something over us. But I did trust that she wanted us to survive for as long as possible. After quickly discussing it with Donut, we decided the risk was worth it. We would pick it. We would pick that benefit if it was available.
Well, congratulations, Crawler. You are now Princess Donut, the level 13 former child actor cat. Welcome to the third fucking floor. Your turn. All right, so that is scene 1, guys. I'm going to go ahead and save it as that we need a... All right, what time is it? It is 1:30. I think let's see how long scene 2 is. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it for today. Just did one scene here. And as you can see, guys, I am, taking my time with this stuff. I am going to be making sure that the performance is perfect. It's not like an audiobook where, we're trying to get in a tight deadline, right? I mean, at this point, I've made our deadline tight, but still, I want to take the time to make sure everything is perfect. So, yeah, thank you guys for coming in and listening. I think Monday I'll be back at it. I'm gonna try for noon Central again on Monday. So, and I'll try and get the rest of this episode done on Monday. And if I don't, then next day, I'm really going to be streaming most of this. So just make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And be sure to subscribe to our other YouTube channel, Soundbooth Theater. This one right here is Soundbooth Theater Live. We have one more called Soundbooth Theater, and it's got a bunch of our pre-produced stuff. We now have 5 whole audiobooks available to listen on our new YouTube channel that's been around for only a couple of years. The Legend of Zero by Sarah King has been really killing it over the last month. So go check that out if you haven't already. It's an entire audiobook you can listen to just on YouTube. And if you like the rest of the series, you can go to soundbooth.app. For those of you who don't know, soundbooth.app is where you can get the Dungeon Crawler Carl Audio Immersion Tunnel, as well as a bunch of our other big cinematic crazy productions that are, so much more production value than what we do for audiobooks. And also it's our new platform for selling other people's audiobooks. We have other publishers who have joined us. We have other, independent creators who've joined us, and they're publishing their stuff on there as well. So please go check it out, soundbooth.app. You can find the Dungeon Crawler Carl Audio Immersion Tunnel. You can find Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon, The Stars Have Eyes by Neven Ilyev. Small Chests Are Fine Too by Neven Ilyev. There's Earth Force by Shemer Kuznets. There's so much great stuff on soundbooth.app that is just waiting for you guys to discover it. And all of our first episodes of all of our cinematic audio are free. So you can check out the show before you commit to the whole thing. Yes, cinematic audio productions are more expensive than regular audiobooks, but it's because it's more expensive to produce. So we need your support. We need more people to join us on our independent distribution journey. So please do go check it out, soundbooth.app. And don't forget the Soundbooth Theater audiobook channel here on YouTube. There's 5 different audiobooks you can listen to. And we just this week, we released another motion comic from Across Space. So if you guys are curious about that, we really love doing those. It's me and Annie Ellicott on the one we just released, and the other 4 we have, it's me and Andy Parsnow. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming. I need to get out of here and get ready to leave town. I'm going to Tulsa, Oklahoma to go to the Neon Prairie Music Festival, and Soundbooth Theater is sponsoring that. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Watch out for my next stream, which will be next Monday at noon. I'm going to go for noon Central next Monday. All right, guys, have a good one. Oh, fuck. I forgot to go live on Instagram. Yay. And that's it. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye-bye. I will say hi to Annie for you, James.